Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an update tarot reading for a former member of NCT and WayV, Lucas, because some new statements had come out about a present situation, a change in his career, and also him announcing that he's no longer part of these groups. So yes, I wanted to pull some cards to see how he's doing and what he has available in the near future. So yes, let's see. We start the reading with the Magician, Nine of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Emperor. And then from the Oracle, we got the cards of Saturn in Libra, Devotion. So yeah, honestly, it's a very powerful reading. I believe that when I used to pull cards for Lucas, actually not Lucas, we used to call it the Lucas situation because everything was so uncertain back then, and actually the cards were also very not focused so much on what was going to be the final result. So honestly, from like um, a perspective of a few months ago, I don't know if you want to go check out some of my old readings about him and his situation. Honestly, the cards that I used to get, there was like the moon card. Everything was very much in the dark, like people actually express. And honestly, there's this sense of like that actually he thought about it for a while, and that this was decided. It seemed like it was decided a long time ago, but actually I don't know about that. And seeing the cards that he got here today, definitely what I can say, for people that are supportive of Lucas and his individual development and his success, I think that he's definitely going on a path that could potentially allow him to be a bit more assertive in his career. Definitely, I see much more prosperity than what he used to have. He got a lot of. He has the 10 of Pentacles in the middle of the reading. So definitely, I think that he's going to be okay. Um, and there's something very, like, it's very interesting for me to see the first major arcana that he got and the less major arcana that he got in the spread. We are talking about the Magician, and then he ends the reading with the Emperor. These two cards are very powerful and and also talk about independence and also knowing or recognizing that you are a powerful person and that you do have everything on your favor. Um, I don't know much about Lucas. I know the groups and everything, but it seems like there's a lot of potential in Luca being doing these solo activities. If he will do this new endeavor, I think that he has the appeal, he has the talent, he has the charisma, because we started with the Magician. So the Magician is a very mercurial card. This is why it is called the Magician. It's someone that is a sort of like a sorcerer, someone that has this ability to transform into whatever you want them to be, or it has this very fast adaptability and also a lot of tricks under their sleeve, very unexpected and a very they always keep you interested. You always come back for more with these people. A real entertainer. And if I think about this Nine of Swords that is next to it, definitely I can see that probably um, Lucas had always had this. I believe that that probably he had always felt like a magician. Like the environment of someone that has the attributes and that has the ability to stand on his own and to be on his own act, to be a one man act. I don't know. Um, but with the Knight of Swords, there's a lot of like a feeling of like, I feel like I I feel like I don't know. Like I either he didn't trust that he was able to do this, or he felt like somehow being the center of attention, being in the center of attention was some kind of curse for him, was some kind of like him also like battling inside his mind about always being the center of attention. Somehow he's like, definitely, I definitely believe the part of him saying that for him it was a difficult decision to make, because I think that he is a guy that probably, yes, he has the attributes and probably he had always stood out in everywhere. Everywhere he goes, stands out. Either it's because of his physique, it's because of his personality, it's because of his charms. He is a guy that he just like he has that shine. He is different to the others. So I think that probably him thinking about like, okay, I'm going to do something on my own. He doesn't want to be selfish. I think that definitely him, like an Aquarius that he is, he definitely believes in groups. But here with the Nine of Swords next to the Magician is like, I'm really like, probably he was like, it seems that he didn't like, for him to stand out that much and being different from others. It was hard. It was tough for him mentally. um I think that there were moments where he just wanted to blend in with the rest and not stand out so much. I think that this is a guy that probably he has so much appeal, but honestly, in his mind, he struggles with finding himself. And honestly, when I see the Magician and the Nine of Swords, I think that he definitely went through a lot of deceptions, because of his popularity. And I think that this is not just about the scandal. I think that it has to do with other members, like having some, like, I'm not saying that he was like, because um everyone likes Lucas actually, but I think that there's something about him feeling a bit disappointed at maybe some people talking behind his back. And I think that this happened a long time ago, but it still is in his mind about somehow being like, because this card, the Nine of Swords here in this deck, specifically, this is the Hermetic Tarot. The Nine of Swords is represented with the energy of Mars in Gemini. So I think that it has to do with people talking about him behind his back. Some people saying very like, complimenting him about like to his face, but once he turns around and he leaves the room, some people start spreading gossips, or like not talking so negative, some so positive of him, like actually people feeling like like a bit gossipy towards him, or being a bit critical towards his actions, or maybe just questioning the way he is. When you have the energy of the magician, that the magician is this entertainer, this natural uh, the natural doer, the person that is just popular, that is just stands out. And I think that what he's showing me here is that the reason why he's focusing on his solo activities, it has to do that probably being a part of a group or some groups had a sort of like it had his disagreements, and it has a bitter side. Like somehow they realized that Lucas is not good for groups, that he should definitely have a solo career, to summer things up, and not dragging so much the interpretation. But that I take my time to connect with what I'm seeing, and at the same time, I want to be respectful to his energy. But also this tarot deck in particular is very special to me. It's very deep. It has a lot of symbolisms, so I have to focus with I have to be very present and very connected to deliver to you the message as faithfully as I see it. So when we see the cards, the magician, the emperor, for me it's like this individual energy, the and this is not about being a leader. This is more about like, okay, like the lone wolf. Like definitely I think that there's something about his career development that is like, okay, you need to go solo because you're going to expand your options and probably his potential. We have the Ten of Pentacles here in the middle. So I definitely think that he is going to have the financial support. And also I believe that there's a lot of people that are already willing to invest in Lucas. I think that the money is already put on the table. And honestly, I think that he's like doing this because of monetary things. Definitely they're thinking like, okay, how can we get the best of his image? Because definitely he is the main act. He is what is important here. He definitely is very lucky because he has a lot of supporters. A lot of people are waiting for him. um and actually like a lot of people have like a good impression of Lucas, even though like the hiatus and everything was very confusing for a lot. At the end of the day, if he comes back as a solo artist or actor, people are going to be supportive of him. And also because there's something about Lucas' image being very well, uh, being very well a very well fit, a very good fit for luxurious brands or deals, and also for he looks very prosperous. He looks like not only he's like a handsome guy, he's also like he gives off this luxurious kind of side. And probably because he's been more mature. He's slowly gaining more maturity. Probably as he gets older, he's going to look a much more like, a sort of gentleman kind of look, he's going to look like a sort of CEO, or the heir of some, prestigious industry. Like him definitely is going to portray his very Venusian side to attract the audience to support whatever he's going to be working on. I definitely see that people don't want to lose him. I believe that probably is the company. They don't want to lose him because Lucas represents money for them. Probably there's a lot of like deals on the way, there's a lot of conversations. I sense that there's a lot of money coming his way, when it comes to, okay, we're going to invest in him, to make him look better, and to make him look like very perfect. They are also taking care of a lot of details about Lucas. This is what, probably because in the past, there was these cards of the Page of Pentacles. He used to get a lot of cards that would talk about patience and working slow but securely. I think that he's definitely like had been like practicing something, even the way he communicates, the way he moves, there's a lot of money here. They definitely think like they cannot lose Lucas, but also they have to give Lucas the freedom and the possibility for him to develop his own self. I think that they see the potential of Lucas as an individual, and this is why he's represented by this magician and this emperor. This guy is going to be successful solo, um or in a place or situation where he stands out and where he is like the main character. Then we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Emperor. So definitely, I think that you could have a very like another fast and also like news on the way about, yeah, him already starting working on something, about a project or the start of his career, or the start of a business. You're going to see Lucas' face, definitely. And he's going to be like in this sort of like I told you, like a very luxurious and a guy that is on control of his decision. You're going to see also a Lucas that he's not going to be the Lucas that the Lucas that you probably used to know, him being a bit goofy or sweet or tender. He's going to come back like a man. Honestly, I see a lot of masculine energy, him probably being a bit more serious, a bit more assertive, or probably, I don't know, maybe playing the role of someone with those characteristics. But here with the Emperor, definitely I think that this experience had changed Lucas, and Lucas is going to be tougher, and it's going to be, a bit more, not so much like a child, a bit more like a man, and being very much in control, and also someone that is going to put boundaries when it's necessary. So definitely he will be a sort of very unreachable person, but not in the sense of like, okay, he's unreachable because, you know, he's far away from us, or he's in hiatus again. No, he's like much more like, yes, you can see him, but you cannot touch him. Somehow like very well guarded as well. He's someone that he's not going to be that emotional. He's probably is going to show a few more traits of leadership in his life, and even the way he talks, or he communicates, or the way he talks about his experiences is going to be, much more with a secure tone. Him sounding a bit more confident in himself. Like someone that went to war and came back, something like that. Definitely this experience had changed Lucas, had turned him into a different man. Definitely you're going to notice how he doesn't leave room for the audience to misinterpret him or misunderstand him, or just be like, oh, like I think he hesitated a bit here, so could it be that he's like this and this and this? No, he's not going to give you room for you to interpret him. He's going to be very professional, very much like controlled, what he has to do, very much in power, also very very confident in his attributes, loving himself very much, and very, a very, um, just a tougher guy, a tougher guy. I think that he this made him mature, and I think that this he's also going to show a more passionate side of himself. It's like, he's feeling like the emperor, and the emperor, it's also about feeling comfortable with you know with being the main character of your life, with also realizing, like, okay, I'm here because of a reason. This is my destiny. My destiny is to be the ruler of my destiny. Basically, to be the emperor, to be the ruler, to be the one, um, that has the first place, the one that dominates, so also a very dominant figure. So I think that he will have to somehow own up his own experience and be like, okay, I'm here to rule you all. Like, you waited for me long, so yes, I'm going to give you what you want of me, but yes, you can only focus on me because I am the main attraction. So definitely, he's going to be a bit more bold, a bit more confident. So it's going to be it's the whole process for him. Um, and I think that, honestly, if we see the evolution of this magician, that this magician is the person that uses all the tricks to see which one works, him being sort of adaptable, being here and there and trying to adapt, to whatever situation would come up, and probably him finishing with the emperor. The emperor is a more stable energy, is someone that already went through all the changes, all the unexpected things, and it's like, okay, I'm ready, I'm confident, I am enough, I love myself. And yes, it's going to be, it's also about him also learning to be independent, and enjoying being independent. And he's like, I have what it takes. I have what it takes. I have to be brave. I don't have to doubt anymore. I can do this. I can do this. So yes, it's going to be very, very good for him. And then with Saturn in Libra, devotion. Also, I think that the card of devotion, and actually it's very interesting that it's in Libra, it's a Libra placement, because honestly, I think that it represents devotion, it represents the totally opposite. Because if we think about the Libra placement, we would be like, okay, maybe it's devotion to others, it's the devotion that I give to others. In this sense, I think that it's about him being devoted to himself. I think that this is not about, me giving to others, or when I say others, I mean working with others and giving my devotion to a group. It's somehow, yeah, stepping aside from being devoted to a group to somehow place that devotion to myself. Here we have the emperor. The emperor represents Aries energy, represents ownership of oneself. So I think that definitely this is an era of him placing his devotion elsewhere. He used to play for a long time. He used to place his devotion in groups, and now, slowly, this new stage in his life is about placing that devotion to himself and for himself, and it's about to focus on himself, on his being a bit selfish. Yes, probably, but it's all about his self actualization, and it's about him changing skins. Definitely for him it wasn't easy, because I believe that he is a team person. But to be honest, since he started the magician, the reading with the magician, I think that a lot of people knew about this journey for Lucas. I mean, I don't know if they knew, but they sort of envisioned this for Lucas. Like somehow people were like, oh, maybe he's too. I wouldn't say like, oh, he's too good to be in a group. No, it's not about that. But I think that, his attributes somehow could be better used, or distributed, or like placed on him being on himself or by himself, and him being the main character, the main protagonist, and that actually he does have that potential, the potential of shining on his own. But yeah, it's honestly, guys, here with the Ten of Pentacles in the middle, I think that is also a business strategy. This is about a business strategy. This is about continuing to making money around his image. And this is the reality. Honestly, the cards that I got here, none of them talks to me about an emotional side, like, okay, there I feel like this, or the people feel like this, or there was an emotional. There's no emotions in here anymore. There's just business. So they definitely want to use Lucas' potential to keep making business. They don't want to let go of that. So yes, guys, this is all I have for him. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.